Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
Watch, cop shoots fleeing teenager in the back multiple times, then turn off body cams. While a police officer claimed that a teenager was pointing a gun at him before he opened fire and shot the boy in the back, the body camera footage tells a different story. By Rachel Blevins, April 26, 2018. Portsmouth, Virginia. Disturbing body camera footage has been released that shows a police officer shooting a teenager in the back multiple times as he runs across a backyard, even though the boy does not appear to be posing a direct threat. Dion Trace Ward, 18, is lucky to be alive after he was shot by Portsmouth police officer Jeremy DeRocher while attempting to flee the scene of a reported robbery. The video footage that has been released from the incident, which was captured by a body camera worn by DeRocher, starts by showing multiple officers surrounding a house with guns drawn after they received reports that a robbery involving multiple suspects was in progress. DeRocher began running towards a person who can be seen running from the house, and within seconds, he fired 2 consecutive rounds. The gunshots did not deter the suspect, and he continued to run, jumping over a low chain-link fence into an adjacent backyard. "He has a gun. He has a gun!" DeRocher screamed before firing 2 more consecutive shots and hitting the boy in the back. Even though Ward can be seen lying on the ground and making no attempt to move after he was shot, DeRocher kept his gun trained on Ward's body and continued to yell, "Stay down! Stay down!" before jumping over the fence and approaching Ward. At least 5 officers can be seen approaching Ward from the opposite direction with guns drawn, and DeRocher again yelled, "He's got a gun! He's got a gun!" While 3 officers put their weight on Ward to make his body stay on the ground even though he had still made no attempt to move, a female officer ordered the remaining officers to keep looking for the other suspects from the robbery who had fled in the opposite direction. DeRocher can be heard breathing heavily as he stands over Ward's body and watches 2 officers secure his wrists behind him with handcuffs. When Ward cried out in pain, one officer screamed, "Don't you move," and a second yelled, "You understand?" While it is not clear in the body camera footage that has been released, a report from the Virginian Pilot noted that according to a transcript of the video from the court file, when Ward said, "I can't breathe," the male officer on the ground next to him, James Clark, replied, "If you're talking, you can breathe." "He's got a gun in his waistband," DeRocher repeated once again. "If you reach for that, I swear to God, you'll regret it," Clark told Ward as he put on gloves before searching the boy's wounded body for weapons. DeRocher then told the 2 officers that he saw Ward holding out the gun and specifically pointing it at him. "He had it pointing, like, towards me, so when he jumped the fence, I shot him," DeRocher said. "He didn't shoot, but he had it, like, at me as he came out the window." The officer's account of the story is not visible on the footage. "Who shot?" Officer Angelina Bocklini asked as she held Ward handcuffed arms while Clark searched his body. "I did. Just me," DeRocher responded. He continued to breathe heavily and started pacing back and forth. Another officer told him to calm down and led him to the front porch of the house where he repeatedly told him to take deep breaths. After a few minutes, DeRocher was approached by Sergeant Kim Funkhauser, who took his firearm from him and told him to calm down. Officer Joseph Worley then interfered and gave DeRocher his own handgun, insisting, "He's got to have one. I don't need one." When DeRocher began to talk about how Ward came out of the house with a gun pointed at him, Funkhauser interrupted him and appeared to reach up and turn off her own body camera before another officer's arm was seen reaching towards DeRocher's body camera, and the video ended. In a statement, DeRocher's attorney, Nicholas Renninger, told Wavy News 10 that the shooting was justified because it was clear that Ward was armed and DeRocher was in fear for his life when he opened fire. The suspect had a gun with him, which showed Ward's intent was if confronted he was going to use this weapon, and that's something police officers are trained in. An armed burglary is much more dangerous than an unarmed burglary, and Officer DeRocher was presented with that immediate threat when he saw him with the weapon, Renninger said. However, the body camera footage does not appear to show that Ward was holding a gun or pointing any kind of weapon at DeRocher when he ran from the house. While the officers claim that they did eventually find a .45 caliber Springfield handgun inside Ward's right pant leg, the claim that he intended to use it to shoot and kill police cannot be substantiated. In an interview with the Virginian Pilot, Ward insisted that he did not show the gun at any point before he was shot, and he made no attempt to threaten the officers. "I was just pretty much trying to get away. Showing no aggression. I feel he shot for no reason," Ward said. Deon Trace Ward is set to stand trial May 1, and he has been charged with 6 felonies, which include armed statutory burglary, assault of a police officer, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Officer Jeremy DeRocher, who had been with the Portsmouth Police Department for less than 6 months when the shooting happened in October 2017, was placed on administrative duty until an internal investigation is complete. Watch the body camera footage from the shooting below.
Hey, get him down! He has a gun! He has a gun! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! He's got a gun! He's got a gun! He's got a gun!
Find the other one! He went running that way!
The green.
Give me his...
Hold on. Don't you move!
You understand? Fucking camera.
Oh my God.
I can't breathe.
You'll be fine.
He's got a gun.
You can breathe.
He's got a gun in his waistband.
I got you. I already see it. You reach for that, I swear to God you will regret it.
You understand? You do not move.
Rolling towards you. Where's the gun?
Where is it?
Tell me where
Where
it
is
is.
the gun?
He had it flying like towards me, and when he jumped the fence, I shot.
Check
Check
He
yourself.
didn't shoot, but he had it like at me as he came out the window.
who shot.
I did. Just me.
Stay cool. You don't move.
Don't move.
You understand? No, you're not fucking moving.
Don't move.
Okay. All black. I see you bring a court. Appeared to be armed by a witness.
Sorry, take a deep breath.
Hiroshi, take a breath.
Someone...
Hiroshi, come with me. Take a breath. Take a breath. I got you. Take a breath.
My legs are weak, man.
I know. I got you. Take a breath. Come here. Come here. Sit right there on the patio. Sit on the patio.
Man,
Just sit.
he waved it at me.
I know. Just sit.
I got one in baseball Cherokee. All black, brown hat.
Just stay calm. Right?
scared me so bad. I saw the gun wave at me, man.
Stay calm, all right?
And one needs to go to Brown Accord with 141. I just saw somebody wearing a green top running into Merrimack Garden.
Come sit with him. Who shot? Go to the back with Bucklini. We need someone in the back with Bucklini. She's got a suspect.
Got it.
Yes, and he's detained. I've already got his gun. Breathe. Slow breaths. Slow breaths. Slow breaths. All right? Slow breath.
Yeah.
I got him. Do me a favor, stand up. I'm gonna check you, make sure. All right?
He didn't shoot, man.
I don't think. Checking.
Merrimack Garden. We got one detained.
No, man.
Black with a brown hat.
All right, sit down.
I'll stand for a minute.
All right.
What? Who's hurt?
Nope.
The
Him?
suspect shot in the arm. I got him.
Here's one thing I'm going to do, because I have to.
Okay.
Slow your roll, sunshine. Rock it forward
Like
for
I
me.
said, breathe.
Please, breathe.
All right.
I need you to breathe. Stop, just...
Jeremy, are you okay?
He got it.
No.
You gotta have one.
Listen.
You gotta have one. All right. I don't need one.
He came out the window, had a gun pointed at me.
Come on.
Stop.
Calm down.
You're okay.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use, and also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.